I'm going to be doing LeBron James today. So this is going to be your reading. I just want to let you know that obviously this is up to your own free will after what advice comes through from your guardian angels. And yeah, so let's see what we have going on with you. On. You know, even though I have the Five of Wands here, I feel like you're saying like there is no other competition. The competition is how great I can be or how much better I can become, because I'm overall feeling like you're very, very happy. You're very confident, you're very secure. You're just in a very good mood. And I feel like this is also friendly competition. This could even be with friends or people that you just like don't really take completely seriously. I think there's a lot of like silliness, and also it's a competition in your mind to get smarter about something or more aware of something. It's about being more observant or self-aware, paying attention to what's going on around you, something like that. And also like avoiding something. It's like you want to avoid something, you want to move away from something. So something that you've been working on for a long time, I feel like you're not wanting to do that anymore. That's why the Seven of Pentacles is here in reverse, is because you put a lot of effort into something and you kind of like decided you were going to wait on it, and it's like, because you've been observing it for so long, you've been observing what's been going on here, the things that you weren't really taking too seriously. It's like I don't know, it's causing you to like you just don't trust yourself in some way, maybe because of some decision that you made, but you mostly don't trust other people. Like, you don't trust what other people are doing or the decisions that they made towards you, or you feel like you're going to be, I see your leg. This is going to sound really silly for people who are watching this just for entertainment, but I don't even know like if you're retired or not. Like, I have no idea if you still play. But I see something with your leg. Like, I'm seeing your left leg, but it doesn't really matter. But I feel like you feel like someone's gonna take you out or something, or maybe this is something that already happened. I feel like there was something in the news about that, or maybe that was another player. I am so sorry. That's probably very frustrating for people to hear how I don't know this, but it's like, see, now I'm getting this whole nother feeling. It's like you're upset or something that you can't work. It's like this big sense of loss, like even with like work, like it's like you wanted to work or you wanted something to work and it's stressing you out, it's overwhelming, and it's like almost frustrating because you're kind of fighting with yourself on healing. You're fighting with yourself because you knew better, or like it's like your intuition is telling you something about someone that potentially hurt you, and maybe it was on purpose, but it wasn't said that it was on purpose, something like that. Okay, what it feels like to me, LeBron, is you are that happy feeling that I was getting. It's like this show that you're putting on, because you feel like this. You feel like the Hierophant. It's like tisk tisk, like I have to listen to, like I have to put on a show, I have to like make people think a certain way about me, or I have to like almost like fit into people, what people want to see from me or how they want me to be. I need to basically like present myself in a certain way that I don't feel. I feel like these two figures is like a choice between two people or two thoughts or two belief systems. But what comes here is that with there being only pentacles and wands, I don't see the emotion coming through, right? We don't have any of the cups coming through yet. And yet I do feel like the reason is because you don't want to have that revealed. You don't want your feelings to be revealed. You're so overwhelmed and frustrated, and it's a feeling of depravity. Like you feel like you don't have something. You feel like it's out of reach. Whatever it is that you wanted at one time is now out of reach. And this can even be with the Ten of Pentacles reversed. It could be a financial loss. It could be a family loss. It could be a loss in your job at work. There's just something that you're almost fighting yourself off of the path. You're fighting yourself off from what you intuitively know is happening to you, or it's like you've worked so hard, you've invested so much time and energy and thought into something in particular, and it's almost like you have to fight for it. You have to fight for it. But then now I ask the question to myself, why was I picking up that you didn't feel it was much of anything? Like you didn't really take it too seriously. At first, it just felt kind of like this silly energy. Because I see that it is really bothering you. I do see that it's almost like you've been doing the same thing over and over and over for so long. You've created this journey for yourself. You've created this path for yourself, and you can't get off of it. Like you can't move away from it. You can't change course because you've solidified yourself in a certain way, a certain belief system. It could be some sort of something like that, you know, and that's why I go back to the Hierophant, because I don't know particularly what this is. I don't know what this pertains to. It could pertain to a lot of different things for you, but I do see that you are struggling with it. You're struggling with having to go through this because it's causing a great deal of loss, a sense of loss for you, a sense of it feels like you're losing everything, in a way, everything that you've identified as or wanted. And you know, it's almost like this is your elder. Like this is someone who you looked up to, someone that could be part of your family, like a father figure to you. This could be even just like you imagining who you would be in the future, but I feel more like it's an actual person that you felt really loyal to, that you felt you trusted, and there's some sort of hurt that is there and confusion. I almost feel like you're being ripped away from them. Like that's how you feel, is that you feel like you're being ripped away from them for some reason. We have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and we have again the Seven of Pentacles. And I don't take this deck in reversals. It's like, I know I have to address these fears. I know I have to address these thoughts, because inevitably this is happening to me. These changes are happening. So regardless of whether I want to avoid it or not, it's going to happen. That change is going to happen within me, and within my family dynamic, or within just the dynamics in general. And there's a part of you, I feel, again with this, where it's almost this, it's a reflection of you. It's a choice that you have to make. And there's a part of it that feels dragged down. It feels almost like dragged into your ego, dragged into something that you feel you have to do. You feel like it's an offering that you took, that you decided on, that you overcame challenges in order to receive this, in order for you to almost like elevate yourself in a way, and even spiritually or mentally in some way elevate yourself. Almost like it almost feels generational, or it feels like years and years and years in the progress and in process, and it feels like it's centuries and passed down to you in some form. And there's a part that like acknowledges that, but it's almost like you're torn, because your heart is pulling you in one direction and your mind is pulling you in another direction, and you are being forced to choose. I feel like this reading is kind of going in many different directions, but it all intertwines, because everything that you are today, everything that you feel today, the situations that you're going through today is from a direct result of what I'm talking about. We have two guardians coming through, and your guardian angels specifically wanted to bring out the direction guardian and the animal guardian, because it's trusting your instincts and choosing your path. So again, it's almost like you're fighting off your intuition. It's almost like you're fighting to stay off of your path. When it says to choose your path, I'm sorry, this one, it says to choose your path. It's like, what is it that you want to do? Do you want to take the road that has been paved for you, generationally paved for you, that you feel like you were set out to do, that you feel you were promised? It was almost like this promise that you had, and it's almost like to keep you here is how I hearing it, is to keep you here. But then you have this great sense of loss. So I feel like it's a loss of a part of you, maybe even like your heart, you know, a part of your soul in a way that feels a little pulled away, because you're forced to make some sort of decision, you're forced to make some sort of choice. And if you follow your instincts, if you follow truly what you desire, you know, because it's almost, it's primal to you, the answer for you, because you feel this conflict, you know, and you feel this sense of loss, and you feel a lot of sadness, and you feel like you're just kind of in the waiting game. It's like, it's almost like I reap what I sow, and it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like karma's karma, whether it's good or bad. It's the result of things that I had done. It's the result of things that I had worked for, or it's other people's karma that somehow I've tacked onto my life. You know, I'm through association that this karma's here in some form or another. And it feels like you're being dragged down. It feels like you want this peace offering, a different peace offering that I originally stated. It's like you want this love, you want this purity, you want this overabundance of purity, and it's almost like this childlike innocence that you want. It's this sweetness. It's this very sweet and fond feeling that you desire, that you feel like was taken from you in some way, where you've never experienced it. That's the way that was taken from you, because you were never able to experience that in your lifetime. And so it's like you're looking into this empty cup. You're looking into it. Like, this cup is so large to me. Now that I'm looking at it in this reading, it feels overwhelmingly large, and you could fill it with so much love. You could feel it overflowing with this, and that's what you really desire. And again, I'm being drawn to her knees, so it's like her leg, but it's her knees, and then the shin, is that the part of your shin? Like your calves and down below, like your knee and below, it's important, and especially your right knee, or I'm sorry, your left knee? I don't know, is important to this reading. So there's something there. I do feel like it's like you're being dragged down by multiple people, like several people or things or whatever. It could just be situations or just like life circumstances that are dragging you down, that are weighing you down away from this, you know. Like, you could very well get up from this throne and fill your own cup with love, fill your own, overflow it with love, and it's almost like fictitious to you. It's almost just a dream to you, and you feel like whatever's weighing you down is in control of your love. It's like they are holding it for you and telling you in essence that it's just a dream. They're telling you that they will give that to you. They will bring that to you. They will give you what it is that you want. But it doesn't feel ever received. It doesn't ever really feel given. You've just kind of been waiting and waiting and waiting, and intuitively you know that it's not really going to happen, but you still wait because promises are promises, right? And there is that element of not just trust, but respect. Again, it's like respect for your elders, or respect for people who seem to have more knowledge than you, or who are able to guide you, or who have guided you previously. That's why you've just kind of continued this path that you've created, because even though it's overwhelming, even though it's a lot of work, and it leaves you feeling empty at the moment, you're just kind of trusting that it's going to pay off for you. You're trusting that you will receive that. And they don't want you to get off the path. They don't want you to choose a different path, you know. But your guardian angels are telling you to do that. Telling you to basically complete this cycle in your life. Put an end to all of this. And the way to do that is by making a decision. And the best way to make that decision is to trust yourself, to take it almost to a primal level. What is it that you're really being pulled to in your heart, you know? What is it when you take away the things of earth, you know, when you take away all the human things, you know, when we talk about primal, animals don't desire all these other things. So figure out what it is that you really desire with that. Okay, so my battery is about to die, so I'm going to end the reading here with just one other message from your guardian angels. And we have positive change and rainbow. So hold this here in case it dies. Okay, so you are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. And positive change. Dare to be different. where you are criticized. Remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals are not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. So I think it's telling you honestly to it could be taking a different path than what you originally intended. Go for where your heart is guiding you, and know that you are strong, that you are able to be the rainbow, you know? And it will facilitate a lot of positive change in your life and many others. So if you need to take a different path than what you feel, if that really fulfills your heart, do it. That's my reading. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.